Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'm making this video again because I just had to turn that off for a minute. I'm going to write down how long this can go for. It gets to the 8. When it gets to the 8, when it's 22, I can turn this off. I have done 22, 12? Yeah, 12. Because I didn't put that thing on again, I forgot. I trimmed around the edge of that and made it the same size as my piece of felt. And then I've stitched down here and down there. I've made those stitches. I've showed you those before, but I'll probably do more on here, so if you haven't gone and seen them anyway, you can look at it on this. I had to stop the video because hubby was out the front doing some remodelling or something, and I needed to talk to him about it. So anyway, this is all right. Everything's fine. As you know, we have issues with our neighbours, so it's really hard to... But it's all right. I think they're still in bed anyway. You can't really do anything while they're about. It's not very nice, but anyway. Is that straight? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to put something in here. I want to do one of those really good needle weaving pieces because I needed to make this a little bit dimensional. I do want to put some bits of wool and that on here as well, just to make it more, and buttons, you know. I want something substantial. I'm trying to think of that. What about the doily things? What about some doily bits? No, I don't know. We just have to think what we can go with. We need to know what's going to be happening. And I got these the other day, and they're beautiful, aren't they? Look, they come on strings. They're really neat, aren't they? I do like a bead. When I bought these ages ago, because I'm only buying something each week probably, not even that often, it takes a while to get here, but then, you know, sometimes they all come at once, and sometimes, but this is going to go on here. I'm sure it needs to. It'll be nice, won't it? I wonder if I've got anything else that I can get close by to put on there as well. That's right, that's nice. I need this to be like that, don't I? I have a sort of a vision, you know, and you like to work on your visions, your ideas. Well, there's a packet of thread that I didn't know I still had down there to do. Oh dear. Right. Just excuse me in the squeaky chair. I'll just get a bag of wool out here. Never really went and bought anything in bulk when I bought wool. I always got one or two bowls of things. I didn't really buy anything to... I might be using a bit of wool in this. Might I? Have to forgive me, I'm going under the table here. I hope I get back out. This is why my room gets messy. I get in here and start pulling stuff out, and then oh, sorry about the noise. And then I don't want to put it back. Oh my goodness me, I've got some stuff on here. Wow. Now this is going to be... All this thing is going to be fun. Look at that. Look what I've got there. And here's, look, this actual wool. Bits of wool. This piece. Look at these pieces. I'm going to put my walkie-talkie over there. I turned it off, I think. And then there's those bits. And blue. Oh, it's all been waiting there for me, hasn't it? Right. Okay. And there's some pink bobbly things. Righto, so I'm going to have a bit of yellow. Bit of yellow. A bit of that. A bit of that. Love that green, but I need a more fluffier one. Is that a fluffier one? that. I've got this here. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look at this. Wow. I'm going to use some of that. All this stuff's been, you know, just out of my reach for a while because I've never really looked into using it much. I'm just going to get out a few bits that I'm going to might use on here so it might be too overbearing. If that bit up in there. It's too plain, isn't it, really? Beautiful colour, but way too plain. Let me see what I've got in this one. It's wool. Smells like a sheep. It does not smell like a sheep at all. Isn't it pretty? It's been washed. It's not smell like no sheep. And this one here is an open sort of one. Look at that. Ah, I'm gonna have a bit of that. Gotta have a bit of that. Gonna have some. Oh, this is not all gonna fit on this piece, is it? It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit. So you can't make it fit. I've got green on the table. Okay. Yellows, blues, pinks, all the pretty colours. Oh, purple, let's go back. I got a bit of that out, didn't I? Haven't got any bit of that yet. Look at that, isn't that scrumptious, all that goodie. I'm going to put this back here so I don't forget that you need me over here. I'm going to actually put these pieces in my work. Oh, like this one here's got one of those things like this too. Look at that. Oh, which colour did I have? The purple. Would I use a bit of green or not? Is that too dull? Maybe it's too dull today. It might be too dull today. Look at this. Ah, that's nice. And this one here, oh, that's one of my definite favourite. So I've only bought balls of wool. I know never really go and buy the whole big packet of them all the same colour because I don't make things like jumpers and so forth. Anyway, let's just try and see what this is going to look like. And I don't know. It's probably going to hide everything. Yeah. Righto, so we got this in shot. Okay. Now we're in Australia. Probably didn't even tell you that because I took off a while ago and went to talk to Jeremy about something. Actually, this is how I can put down these pieces because I don't want that to cover that over. I do not want that to cover that over. I want this sort of idea. I want some of this. And the ideas, look at that. Isn't that lovely? A bit of the green, a bit of this chenille, some of this one here, maybe even a bit of wool. Let's see what we can do. So the chenille piece can probably go, oh, not the chenille piece, this piece here can probably go on nearly first, can't it? Over top of something. What do you reckon? How about that? So it's, no, it can't go over there because I haven't sewn that. How about on there? Look at that. Isn't that nice? Now I'll take it this way. But then there's these loose bits. Alright, now what do we do about that? Does anybody know? I mean, if I'm trying to do something that I can't, I don't know yet. You just stitch that on there. Like that. So that comes down to here. Like so. And it covers that over. But I don't know whether I should cut them bits off. What will happen if I do? Because then I can put a bead on there where each one of those is going along there, or a button or something. And this here is going to be covered, and then that's going to have to be sewn along there. And that's not going to work that way because I don't want it to go that way now, because I think that's my sewing will be interrupted seriously with those pieces not being too straight. I'm going to cut that off straight so I can do this properly. Now I did a piece of work once and I did it to look like this, the stitches. I did. I definitely wanted to make this dimensional because with more than, you know, because I wanted it to be something different or whatever than what I do. Hasn't it got one? It's only got one side, and this bit here is hanging down, isn't it? It's loopy. That bit. It's loopy. So you just have to, if you don't mind, just everybody hang on to their hats for a minute till I see what I'm going to do with this yet. I might take it down through there, because that way the edges look, no, don't want it going over there. Let's put that over there for a minute. Put some blue on. Let's put some blue on and some green. Let's couch down something. For goodness sake, this will look really nice up in here, won't it? I'll couch that down, I think, with a bit of this. I need something that we can see what I'm couching it down with. You know what I mean? I want to be able to see the couching stitches. The pink one looked good, this light colour, without being too over the top. So I'll cut that off there. Now we're just going to fly blind here now, aren't we? Really? We're just going to be flying blind now. Try and make it so it's still got the thick bits. So when you pull that on there, when you put it, the stitch over the top of it, make sure you don't make it so that's not the right needle. Make sure you do it so it's not, what did I do with it? Probably laying down here. Here they are. You don't want to squish it down, your piece of thread, you don't want to squish it down, so. And I've got an idea too now that I never thought before. Something's come up and I can think about this. Let go of me. Gee, I've got some stuff here on the table now, haven't I? Go through there, please. That's all right. You have to have things to work with, don't you? And got it through, only just made it without killing that. Dear. Excuse me. I might have to get another drink of water. I don't know. It's a weird day today. It'd be a good idea if I put some in the glass. Sorry about this, people. So I don't have too much of a end bit. I might incorporate that into the edge there. So I've got a knot in this. Good. I need to move some of these needles. Anyway, we can put it over both of them. Eh? Let's start up here with this. Because when I put the back piece on, I'll cover that with it, okay? So I can start up here and we can couch this down, okay? And we can bring it down this way. So you just go along wherever you want to put it. Alright, looking good. liking that. Tiny bit more that way and some this way. So, I get caught. Okay, I'm done there. So like I said, when you pull that down, don't take it too far because otherwise you're going to squash your... Or should we take it down and make it so it... Oh yes, that's all right. That's fine, we can do that. Oh no, you get caught up to everything now. So it's better if you've got your stitches down in this bit done, so you're not going to have this in your road. Keep hooking that round the end of these things here. I'm going to take it so it goes under that, okay? We're going to take it over there and put it under there, and then you can finish that off there, can't you? You can take it under there, and you've got no ends either that way or that way, alright? So that's the plan. That's the plan. I'm sort of doing them at even distances apart, but not purposely. They not necessarily have to be there. Now that's not good. The thing off my camera fell down. I'm having a terrible time with this today, aren't I? I have to get hubby to fix that thing on there because the screw just come out of that. That's not good. Oh dear, oh dear. Bear with me, everybody. If everything goes off, I'm sorry, but I hope it doesn't. So I'm not going to be happy if it does. There we go. We'll prop it there for the time being. Goodness gracious me. Sorry, I had to get him in here to fix it before, and I've got a lot of stuff in the way. I'll have to move it out so I can get at it. It's typical, isn't it? It never happened when I didn't have my table there. I've now got my sewing table there with my machine on it. Everything's going wrong, might well say. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's all right. We're not going to worry about it now. We've got to do this. We want to do this today. This is our work today. We're going to do a nice piece of is a journal belly band for your journal cover sort of thingy. A closure for your journal cover. It actually, well, it'll come off, so it'll be something you can... Might take that up higher. What do you reckon? Just put it in there. Put it in there. Okay. Put it in under there now. And we'll see how long that is. So we can cut a bit more off it if we don't want it to be too long, and or make it too thick, so it doesn't interfere with what we got going over the top. Like that, okay? So that's my couching piece, rightio. Now, I'm going to do I'm going to do some... I'll think of it in a minute. Bit of needle weaving, stitching, thingy. Do some needle weaving. But I want to do a lot of it with the... I want to do a lot of work. I'm going to put this under here with my... So you can bet I didn't put that back where I got it from, did I? Here we go, got it. I'll just tuck that under there with the crochet hook. It's good for these sort of things. You can just tuck it under there and just so it keeps out of your way. Come on, through. Please. Very good. Now, that's another bit of hair. That's a bit of wool. This dyed purple. You know, like this one here, but they were... Yes. I'd like to make a woolly flower. So what I'm going to do, using the yellow, because I think this will work good. You get a bit that you're going to wrap around like this. Okay. Where's that end? There. Is that too much? That's probably too much. Is there such a thing? I've got to make sure when I put something I leave this space here, because this space has got to have its closure thing on that, doesn't it? I want a fluffy flower. I went way too big. I think let's calm it down a bit. That might be enough. If it's not, we can add a bit more, can't we? Okay. So what we need to do now is get that piece, right? You need some thread. The green is over there too, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe I'll use this one, it'll be fine. I think it will work. That's not, hole's not big enough. I'll take this one here. And we're going to make a fluffy flower, okay? So, that's not too big. I don't want to make this bottom part too big, but I need to make it, have I got a knot in that? Yeah. I need to make it so it's not there. What am I doing way over there? I said not to go too close to that, didn't I? How about we're here somewhere? Is that too close to the closure bit? No, it'll be right. So I'm going to get back under there. So we're fastening this down to start with, okay? With a few stitches. Try not to pull it in too much so it'll buckle up, because you don't want to do that, Sonya. Righto. Now, go around the bottom. You're getting all them things caught. Go around the bottom here. I'll pull that up a bit further, because I haven't got any of that in there, okay? Make sure I don't. I won't bother going around the bottom because I'm going to just have to shape it as I go, okay? So I'm going to start over, come back over this side. I'll start over here. I'm going to make its base for this, and I'm thinking it's still too long. How about that? That's better. It wouldn't keep slipping down there. Alright, now we'll get coming up here again. And then I'm going to go down in underneath all these bits. Okay, and I'm going to make a loop stitch, and then I'm going to make a, what's the name, stitch? We're doing a detached buttonhole stitch thingy here. All them threads there are sort of in my way, aren't they? But we're going to deal with that in a minute. So you want to go down through here. I hope you can see all what I'm doing and get hold of it. Did I let that go? I did. Look, it got out on me. Oh dear. Maybe, no, it wasn't going to be too fluffy at all. That was not a thing. It was not going to be too fluffy. I should have fastened it down the bottom. I'll pull this down further. Okay. I need to get this back under there. I really do. Don't you do what I just did. Just make sure yours is going to be okay. Make sure yours is going to be okay. I got it. Oh geez, I got it. Where's that bit going? Why is it there? Oh yeah, I know. I'm going to have to cut that. Am I? Yes. No. Oh, just cut it. Now I've got a person. Yeah. It's okay. Don't be panic. Oh dear. I've made a person. I needed to fasten these bits down, but I'll look after them now because I've got hold of them. I can't take them through the back. I don't really want to make stitches that, if anybody new comes on here, they wonder what I'm doing. Maybe you've got an idea. Look, so I'm going to get down in there, right? Now, I need to keep this up here. I need to keep it up there because I'm going to use that to make the fluffy bit. Okay? And it could even turn out to be some sort of a gum nut thing, maybe. But it won't because it's got a... I don't know. It just probably won't. I probably should have put more stitches across here, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to hook it onto this next thing. I don't mind that you can see the yellow through there. Yellow, I should say. I'm not even in the shot, am I? Oh dear, sorry about this. If I don't keep them pieces up there, I'll lose them. I will. I'm going to fasten that bit down any minute now so we won't have a problem with it. Back round through the back. Go over here. I haven't got any design. It's all in my mind, on my head somewhere up there, that what I want to do. So when I get down to the bottom of this, I'll probably could stitch through it now anyway, but it wouldn't be easy because these threads are a bit sparse, see, so probably come unstitched anyway if I'm not careful. Suppose I could have glued it there. Now we're not. Stop doing that. These bits up there. Have you ever seen anybody struggle so much? But that's the way I work, and I always struggle with what I'm doing. Get down in there. I'm trying to make this a little bit thinner so that I know I can't get it through the back. There's too much thread. So I might just go over here very tightly to start with this bit and try and hold it down a bit so it won't leave me. And then I'll go back up here and I'm going to stitch this here a bit. So I've got a little base for this. And I won't go under those two pieces that I just tied it down with because I want it to stay there, and if I lift it up with the cotton it won't stay there. Will it? When you see me do it, and the way I go about it and it's wrong, you will be able to change your way, can't you? It's different to mine. So you don't have any trouble with it, see? That's the way. And by my mistake, oh goodness me, Sonya. I'm having trouble with this camera today, aren't I? Sorry about that. It's all wonky over there. Everything's gone all wonky on me. It was all right before. Been going good for a while, but you can't expect things to go right forever. It's probably used by a day's way up a long time ago. I think I've had it for about 5 years or something. probably more. It's the third one since I've been on here, third camera. First one I had, I really loved it. But then a battery went on it and it couldn't recharge. The battery wouldn't charge anymore, so I had to get another one, and it was a bit dodgy. I had to buy it on the spur of the moment, and it was only very cheap, and it didn't last 5 minutes because it was, I don't know, this is the wrong thing to use to do this. I've got to have something that I can see what I'm doing, like how I keep going and moving it out of your way so you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, down in there. I'm sorry I got an itchy face, and that's probably due to the wool, because I didn't realise, well I do now, that my youngest daughter is allergic to a lot of things. Probably the oldest one is too. I don't know, their father's allergic to wheat. He always wanted to be a farmer, but that wouldn't have been a good idea, would it? So he never been. It's a good thing he wasn't one. But he's allergic to wheat, and the girls are allergic to things, and I think we all get allergies over the time. I don't know. It's just not good, is it? Now I did manage to make it in the shape that I wanted it to be, and I've got little hairy bits. I'll just trim them off. I'm going to cut this off here. Look, go all crazy with that. Whoops! Don't pull it out, please. I should have glued it in there. What do you reckon? I might even try and come through under the back a bit and catch a few pieces of the fluffy bits. Do I need that to go up higher? Maybe not. I'm going to do a thing. It needs a stem of some sort coming from the bottom of it, doesn't it? We do that all different colour. This one here that we had. I can do that stem thing, can't I? I'll cut that. I don't know if I can get that through there. I might have a go in a minute. I'll just take this off the back so I can work with this top bit for a minute. What did I do in my note? Can anybody tell me what time I said? Oh, here. 20 to 12. We've still got time, heaps of time yet, so that's good. I cut that bit. No, I didn't. It's still looped. So this is like a turkey work, only it's a lot easier if you do it, you know, if you do some practicing. Try and work out what's good for you. You know, if you haven't got the wool, which you should be able to buy some of this. Anyway, it's out there all over the place. Opportunity shops usually have them, like, you know, like Vinnies and things like that, if you've got them sort of things where you live. And this will fluff up so nice. Look at that. I knew it was going to fluff up so nice. Just put your needle through it and just lift it up. Hang on to the bit that's under there though. Let that get out. I should have put some glue on it, shouldn't I? Because I do not want this to escape. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Love it. Rightio. How's that look? If you could just say it'd be good. I'm sorry. I hope this is in the shot. I hope I don't have to take this off here. I really do. I might have to come through the back and see if I can catch that a bit more, that yellow piece. There's stuff everywhere. Okay, so I need to have a way of getting this through there to start with. I want it reasonably thick. I'm going to make a hole with my pokey tool. I am. Because if this goes through here, which it will, when I make the hole, it'll fit through there now on a needle. Here's a farther one. Because it'll go flat. This. Oh, look at that. Oh, brilliant. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Yes. This is going to have a few leaves, doesn't it, and things. I should take it down to the bottom of there, shouldn't I? No, it doesn't matter about that. It can go up under one of these stitches. It can go up under there. Okay. Instead of having it out in the distance, we can push it under there. We have the technology and we have the ability to do this. Come on, in you go. Here you go, look at that. It padded up in there all right. That's cool. Rightio. Now, you know, there's going to have to be beads and things on here, isn't there? But we do need a nice leaf on there. And we can make that out of some more of some sort that we've got here. We've got lots of bits, haven't we? Don't know how to do that. Yes, I will figure it out though. You don't have to worry about that. Or we can stitch it. We can stitch a nice leaf. And there's got to be a place for these. Put some of them along there or along there. Take them off the piece of, actually on a piece of fishing line or bead and thread or something. And I can just take them off there and put them along because they are beautiful, aren't they? Aren't they nice? Righto. Now, I need a nice leaf on there. I do. Whether I actually use a leaf off of a piece of doily. Do I have a leaf on this? Oh, isn't it pretty? Oh, isn't this pretty? Wow. Do I have a green one? I don't know why I want to go with a green one. I just do. I'll have to get my big shot out and start cutting out some more bits, won't I? I've had these for years and not been able to figure out, well, not been able to use them so far in what I'm doing, you know, but I will use them in what I'm doing. Now there's a bit, look at that bit's good. Not too big. It could be, if I start cutting it down, I could end up with anything. That's me. Now these work in your big shot, these dies, if you've got the thick dies. The thin dies don't work. You've got to have the thick ones. Are about that thick, and they're black, and they cost a little bit of money, and they're also don't want that. I do want a small thing. I don't know. I'd like it. Oh, they look really pretty on there, don't they? And I did say I wanted it dimensional. Yeah, 3-dimensional. I can't say that word, eh? That's not good. Can't be a good sign. I wonder if I can cut it out of the wall. That's not too bad. I don't know if these are the right thing to use, or stick with the wall, you know, instead of using the felt. The felt's nice. I mean, I really probably will put some on there later. We just don't know at this stage, do we? But I do like the wool better. I have to fasten that down, of course, and stitch that. Righto. I'm going to use a piece of embroidery thread for this. I'm not going to use it. I don't think I'll use this. Oh, hang on, this one's a bit thick though. This might be a bit too thick, this one. I like the colour. I think I'll do embroidery thread for it instead, unless I've got a very thin dark green. Is that thin? No, it is a bit. Very thin dark green. I'll try to go with that. Or do I put something different on it? Where's that. It looks ducky, doesn't it? There's nothing like giving a bit of a difference to things, is there? Gee, this is pretty, isn't it? What I'm making, I like it. If I was to do that, I'll just keep it down a bit with that. I like this piece. Oh dear. Isn't this terrible? Can't decide what sort of thing to put on there. Yeah, that's it. This is the one. This is the one. And I'm going to lick it, of course, to spit all over everything. Sorry about this. It makes it thicker when you do that, so why do you do it? I don't know. I've got no idea. Maybe I'll just use one thickness. Oh, I've had an idea. I've had a really interesting idea. Whether it's any good or not, I don't know. But I'm going to put a piece of that with a piece of the blue here, or greenish colour, and see if I can get them to work together to sew that. And that way, it shouldn't cause me too much heartache, I hope. Where do you go? Down here. Use the two colours together. Two different threads. And that will work, I think. They're both through there? Yeah, they are. Well, that's cool to start with. Making sure they're both the same length. Knot it together. Righto. Now I'm going to do this bit here first. I'm going to join this onto here. What have I got in the back of this? Oh, that's its tail. That's its tail. Don't need that bit. Righto. Which way do we want this to go? Catch it down. It'd be nice to use as much variety on here, I suppose, as possible. It seems to be the way to go. And I must have, oh, let's pull that through there wrong. I must have more little bits of this that I can use for leaves. I just got to have. And tuck it under there a bit. And we need more than one of these, don't we? So go up the middle. It's a bit hard to get through there. Maybe I've got something else behind there too that shouldn't be there. I'll do a back stitch up the middle of here. These both the same length, come on. There you go. Down in there. Somebody just dropped something. Didn't sound good, did it? They're playing with their glasses or something. Maybe it's the bin, I don't know. It's outside somewhere. Maybe it's their toolbox or something might have made that noise. And one more. Right, there's not very much in the middle, is it? I suppose it doesn't have to be, because your leaf doesn't have to be exactly the middle piece. Is that right? I'm going to actually tack this down a bit, just see what it looks like. It's just probably a bit primitive to do that, but that's okay. When I say that, it's not too bad. I'm going to just do this. Okay, so it's got veins, sort of. Alright. Interesting. That's not making me upset. I don't want to cry a bit about it. I don't have to pull it out either. Let's just keep going though and see what happens, because I have a tendency to judge it too quick sometimes, if I like it or not. I do. I'm sitting here thinking about how I think I'd like to have put the coloured leaves on here. You know, I really am. I think I'd like to do that. I don't know why I can't, because I think I can. I'm going to let myself do that because I really do want that. I do not want this one on here. I want a pink one on here. Okay, I want a pink leaf. I know, they're terrible, but you know, what are you going to do? It's just what I need put on here. Now that's from the couch bit at the bottom, at the back. So we've got to find our crochet hook, fasten that into there a few times, make sure you get it and make it a knot with this bit, pull it through there, put a knot on that so it stays there, because it's the silky, because of the cotton could come undone really easy, and that's not a good idea. Right, so I want to use the pink, but I don't know if I need it to be that big, so I'm going to just cut off a bit like so. There. And I should be able to get another piece, shouldn't I, if I go this way. Like that. And it went a bit square. He went a bit square, that fella. So what do you think about that? Anyway, I've got to go because it's time. But we'll come back on here. Oh no, I don't like that. Just looked at it in the camera. It doesn't look that good. Anyway, we'll come back on later on. I want to use these. I want to take the little cups off here. I'm supposed to be going on with this because I don't want this to go for too long. Cut out. I want to take these little cups and use these. I thought, but then it might work. Because I used my flowers and flowers on the other one, didn't I? Well, this is now a flower, isn't it? Now is a flower. And I do have a big bag of those over here that I was using before. I know it's under this stuff that I'm trying to balance on the edge. Because I can use a few of these, I think. I'll see what I come up with. But I reckon I could take that off there and use a few of these on here as well. Because I really would like it to be, you know, extremely interesting. I'm going to actually do some wrapped rings too that you'll see later. I'll roll the... That's a nice one too. So it's all in the plan yet, so we're just going to keep working and coming out with what we can do, coming up with what we can do to put on it, because there's more, you know, there's lots of different ideas here. I'm going to get a bit of this pink out onto it, and that'll make me happy. Get a bit of these pink colours in here. Try and make me figure out how to make that leaf. I don't think I should... better go. thank you for watching, and I hope this is interesting to you, and we're going to have some fun, and then I'm going to put it around me journal and just do a nice clip thing there, whatever I'm going to use. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. So we're using wool and wool ideas and trying to keep it woolly and